MEM School of Engineering, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, online classes, linear subject, linear integrated circuit, unit number 1, chapter 5. So last chapter we discussed about basic IC 741, ideal characteristics and the internal circuit diagram of the IC 741, then input operational amplifier stages like that we discussed. So in this chapter, we are going to see about the DC characteristics and the AC characteristics of the operational amplifier. Already we know that what is DC characteristics and AC characteristics. So DC characteristics means we are giving different inputs. That is the input now. That means current and voltage like that we are giving. So what is the response in the output? So like that we will see the DC characteristics. So AC characteristics means we are giving different frequency ranges for in the input side. Okay, like that 1 kHz, 2 kHz, till 3 kHz, like that. Okay, so this is this is for analyzing the characteristics of the ICs. DC characteristics. Okay, so different DC characteristics with respect to the input voltages, input bias current, input offset current, input offset voltage, and thermal drift. So first one, input bias current. The average value of the two currents flowing into the op-amp input terminals is called input bias current, IB. The two input currents are identical, so due to mismatch in transistor. Okay, if the I1, IB1 and IB2 are the two input terminal voltages means, sorry, current means, that is IB is equal to IB1 plus IB2 divided by 2. Okay, so this is the basic diagram for the input bias current. So by in IC 741, bias current will be 500 nanoampere or less. So ideally it must be a 0. Input offset current. The input stage of the op amp is dual input differential amplifier, and the inputs are best terminals of the two transistors. Hence, the input currents of the operation amplifier are the base currents of the transistor used in the input stage. Due to transistor mismatch, this current differ. The algebraic difference between the current flowing into the two input terminals of the op amp is called input offset current and denoted as IIOS. That IIOS is equal to IB1 minus IB2. So basic value of the input offset current will be 200 nanoampere for the IC741. Input offset voltage. So when both the inputs is grounded, ideally the output must be 0. But practically, op-amp produce the small output voltage. To nullify this voltage, some voltage is required to be applied to either of the two inputs. So this is called input offset voltage. So it is specified by the manufacturers themselves. For IC741, the input offset voltage is 6 millivolt. So as well as we know that output offset voltage, that is the effect of the input bias current, offset current, and voltage is to add the error to the DC level of the output. So this produces the output voltage when both the inputs grounded. So thus the DC voltage present at the output when both the inputs is grounded is called output offset voltage. So next one, thermal drift. The op amp parameters varies with the temperature, supply voltage and time. that dependence of operational amplifier parameters so on the temperature is indicated by a factor called thermal drift. The average rate of change of input or output parameters with respect to the temperature is given by its factor. Okay, that is the input offset drift is equal to del VIOS divided by del T. This is a circuit diagram for this previous topic. Thermal drift input bias current, thermal drift in the input offset current. Okay, these are the DC characteristics of the operation amplifier. Now we are going to see the AC characteristics of the operation amplifier. So one is frequency response, another one is circuit stability. So frequency response. The variations operating frequency will cause variations in gain, magnitude, and its phase angle. This manner in which the gain of the op-amp responds to different frequencies is called the frequency response. Op-amp should have an infinite bandwidth BW is equal to infinity. Its open loop gain in 90 dB. And the op-amp gain decreases at high frequency. So what reason to describe gain after a certain frequency reached? For an op-amp with only one break frequency, so all the capacitor effect can be represented by a single capacitor C. Okay, so there are three magnitude and phase angle characteristics. For frequency f less than f1, the magnitude of the gain is 20 log AOL in dB. So same as at frequency f is equal to f1, the gain in 3 dB from the DC value of AOL in dB. So for f greater than f1, the faint roll off at the rate of minus 20 dB. So these are the different frequency response of the operational amplifier. Okay. Next is circuit stability. This is the another characteristics of AC. A circuit of or a group of circuit connected together as a system is said to be stable. If output reaches a fixed value in a finite time, the system is said to be unstable. If it is output increases with the time instead of achieving the fixed value. In fact, the output of an unstable size keeps on increasing until the system breakdown. Okay, that means if the output is reached for the particular time period for the particular output, the system will be refined into the constant stage. Then only the system will be stability. Okay. So this is the feedback loop system for stability purpose. That is gain of AOI. So same as we are determined there are two methods we are using. One is determine the phase angle when the magnitude of AOL. So next to determine the phase angle when the magnitude of 0 or 1. Okay. So these are the two methods used for the define the circuit stability of the circuit. Okay, this is the concept of characteristics of DC and AC. Okay, these are important questions used in the university. So we'll define the DC characteristics. You need to know different voltage inputs and different current input. While using AC means you use to use different frequency and bandwidth of the input signals.